As always, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell to be notified for future videos. One car might not be enough to finish the restoration, but two cars, that can complete the whole job. Hey guys, welcome back to another Cuda's Diecast Customs. I am Cole, and today we are working on a 1970 Formula 1 made by Matchbox. Today we are going to bring back to life this sad looking car by putting a Cuda's Diecast Customs spin on it. I hope you enjoy. Guys, this is our 1970 Formula 1 by Matchbox. It's pretty crusty, the wheels are crap, they're bent, the base is filthy, a little bent too, and the paint is just beat to hell. Also, the casting is sadly broken, but commonly I've saw that a lot of these break that way. And now we're going to move on to drilling out our rivets. After we drill out our rivets, I'm going to inspect the car, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do today. So my plan for this car was either a full restoration or a custom by me. And of course, I did a custom by me because I thought that'd be a little easier than waiting for parts and stuff. And believe it or not, I did go out and buy another one of these castings so I can do a full restoration. That video will be coming out a couple months from now. Anyways, now I'm inspecting the car, checking out the body damage. It's not too bad. Like I said, this brake was pretty common. A lot of pressure on the back would be pushed on it and it would break the casting. So that's just common. There's nothing really affecting that. Here's our base. One pillar on the top left there, it's a bit bent, but we're going to fix that with a screwdriver. And we're also going to clean up that base. Next, we're going to move on to our stripper. And as always, we're going to open our chum bucket and we're just going to plop her in. This one's pretty small, so I did add a couple more cars in there because I was working on a couple other things. But what I did first is shake it up as always, and then we just put it off the sides. It had like a Spectre Flame paint on it, and it kind of just rubbed off. So now we're going to work on our base. Like I told you, it's pretty filthy, it's gross, it's grimy. Looks like it was in some dirt. But now, I really want to focus on that pillar right there. I didn't like how it was, so I grabbed my file, and I just put a little pressure on it. Not too much, just a little bit, just to straighten it out a little bit. I do it a couple of times, and then when I'm happy with the final result, we're going to move on. So as you see there, I pretty much straightened it out, and I did a pretty good job. It wasn't that hard. I just wanted to match the other side. I kind of wanted to push the other side out too, just so it seemed pushed out 100%. It was a little dented, but I just wanted it straight because that's how it was. I did a lot of research on this build, guys, and I just wanted to make sure this was as close to possible as normal for the regular car. But we did do some changes. So now I'm working on my out of the hot tub. So I just wanted to put the metal piece in there just to see if we could move any of the dirt. I will not lie, I did forget my toothbrush. It was upstairs in the sink in the bathroom. So I had to just use my hands because we're going to do something a little different today. I have a wire brush. It's kind of really cool. It does cause a little bit more work, but it was worth it in the end. As you see there, the dirt is kind of coming off and it's kind of making it shine a little bit just by sitting in this hot soapy water. So that's pretty cool. Next I'm going to grab my t-shirt, my handy dandy t-shirt, and just dry it off. Like I said just before, it's already coming out pretty cool. It's very clean and it's cool. And this piece honestly just needed a brush up and it would turn out great. So as you see here, we're going to grab our wire brush, very new tool, very cool. And then I'm just going to scrub here, and I want you guys to just see the difference. I'll show you in a minute, but just look at the difference of me taking 30 seconds to scrub this whole half of this piece, and I didn't even have to pull out my Dremel tool. Look at that. It looks brand new. It's shiny. We end up doing the whole thing, top and bottom, but it turned out great, and I was really happy with it. It made it look like it just needed a quick brush up, and it cleaned up fantastic. No complaints from me. So after we scrub the top of the base, this is what we got. It's very clean, and it looks like I did a crap ton of Dremel work, and I didn't. As I just showed you there, these are the wheels I'm going with. I did use some K&S piano wire. That is the stuff that I like to use. If you're curious, just comment below and I will send you a link to the correct stuff, because I know some of you ask sometimes what I use. So what I'm doing right now is I'm mocking up a new axle that I'm going to use. And how I'm going to connect this axle is I don't have the normal fence clippers to bend the ends here, so I'm going to do it the old school way and just put glue on the ends. So pretty much all I do is I grab my Gorilla Glue, as always, and then I just dab a little bit on, and then I just let it dry. We do this for both sets of wheels, so what else can I say about this? We do it again for the front, and once the one side is dry, guys, just flip it over. Make sure your wheels are on the opposite ends so you don't have a weird wheel, and glue the other side. Once it's dry, then you can just put them on your car. It's a pretty easy process, and I think it's a little bit longer of a process, but it's also something you can do if you don't have the right tools. So that's what I did. I just glued it. These wheels I got off of a McDonald's toy. I thought they fit the car a little better than the original Matchbox wheels. After done messing with those wheels, guys, we do take the car out of the paint stripper. It pretty much stripped itself 100%. Now we need to grab our wire brush, and we need to clean her up. What I'm doing there is just seeing what I'm going to have to do in a little bit with the glue, and I'm just going to go scrub away. So guys, what I want to talk to you about and tell you about is, if you remember last week I had a video about the Porsche giveaway. Remember, that video will be posted on Friday, so look out for that. It's very exciting, and I cannot wait to give you guys a free car. So back to the build here. So the car, well, it cleaned up pretty good actually. The metal was pretty nice, not a lot of imperfections or casting lines. It was pretty straight for a 1970s Matchbox. I had no complaints there. So we did finish this, and then we finished the back 10 too. Now we're going to move on to the gluing process. So what I have here is the front and the back. Like you've seen before, it's all cleaned up now, and it looks very nice. What I'm going to do now is, I think we're going to just touch up on some lines that I saw on the back of it, because I just didn't think they were appropriate for this car, and I just wanted to smooth them out. So there's like some of the lines here on the engine bay. Yes, this car did have an engine. I do replace the engine with something a little bit more beefier and more my style. It kind of looks a little cheesy in the end, but I like it, not gonna lie. So what we're doing here is we're just filing it straight, because the edge was kind of jagged and it really wasn't the smoothest. So we just do that, and then on the back of the spoiler here, there actually was a couple casting lines, so we just mess with those a little bit and try to flatten them out as best as possible. Guys, I wanted to give you a quick reminder and tell you right now that if you guys want to take part in the Diecast Mafia build-offs, please do. All you have to do is look at the list that I post on my Instagram and Facebook and join us. Remember, it's on every 15th of each month, and next month's build is the 1969 Ford Torino, and that will be posted on April 15th. Now, guys, what you see me doing here is, sorry for that little dippity-doo, I kind of like to sponsor the Diecast Mafia so you guys can join us. Anyways, I am struggling here because my Gorilla Glue is starting to dry in the nozzle. Not the best, but it still works somewhat. I've put a nail in it a couple times just to get the glue out. And we glued the back end, and then I grabbed my piece of wood, my scrap piece of wood, because it's a flat surface and I know that the piece will be put on right. So what we have here is gluing it together, pushing it, and it sticks. It eventually sticks 100%. Once we're done with this, guys, we are going to move on to paint. We're doing something a little interesting today, I think so, because originally this car only came in a yellow, I think a blue, and a purple pink color. So we're doing something a little bit different, but it's more my style and I like it. And I'll see you when we come back. let's move on to paint. Cuda's Diecast Customs. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So this is the paint job I went with today. It is another tester's paint in the rattle can. I did it with the gold, and it turned out cool. I did clear coat it already, and I do show you the glue bandages. It kind of looks like welds, but honestly, I think it's cool and it gives it a unique look. We're going to move on to our final assembly. As we just talked about, this is our base in our gold tester's paint with clear coat. We do show, again, the glue weld spots that I fixed the broken piece. I didn't really want to smoothen them because I thought it gave it a little character. And it turned out cool. I loved how the paint turned out. Here's the engine that I went with. It's kind of big and hot rodish, but I thought it worked for this car and it made it look a little different. It's very beefy and it's very big, but I think it looks cool. And here is our base. There's our new wheels, new axles, and our newly cleaned base. I think it turned out awesome and it looks brand new. Guys, let's go see what we started with. Guys, this is what we started with. A 1970 Formula 1 made by Matchbox. If you remember, the back wheels were bent, the paint was crappy, and the whole casting was broken. I am so happy that I was able to bring this car back to life. Let's go see our final results. This is what we ended up with, guys. It's very different. The engine's very big. The paint job looks cool, and the wheels are spot on. I think a couple things are a bit out of size, but I think it turned out cool. I cannot wait till do a full restoration on one of these and show something a little bit different. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also guys, remember, on Friday, we are doing the giveaway. Don't forget about that, and I will see you guys all on Friday. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed.
Hey guys, just as a reminder, if you're in the Massachusetts area and you're a hobbyist, make sure to go check out our good friend Mike Gordon and Kim Miller over at Turn 4 Hobbytown. We make your free time awesome.